There's absolutely no question that Japanese-made Americana style and raw selvage denim goods are coming back into trend, and dare I say, they're starting to become a staple in the menswear enthusiast's closet. And there's so many different types of garments that fall within that archetype of Japanese Americana and heritage style. I mean, obviously you've got the raw denim jean, you've got the trench coat, you've got the blazer, you've got the pleated pant, but you've also got the Western style sawtooth shirt, which to me, in my opinion, is one of the most important garments right next to the raw denim American style jean that pretty much shaped the entire American style and the entire American look, the entirety of how we dressed both in America and all across the world. And now with this heavy focus and emphasis on Japanese made fashion as well as the resurgence in that American heritage style, we're definitely going to see the sawtooth shirt, the Western shirt, and the raw denim shirt come back into popularity. But with as much raw denim and selvage denim content that I consume personally, I really haven't seen that many videos covering the raw denim shirt, the Western style shirt, or anything like that. I mean, you can find a couple of pictures on Google and Reddit when it comes to faded down shirts and such, but there's not that many videos on YouTube when it comes to raw denim shirts. So I wanted to show some love to one of my favorite garments that I recently just picked up while I was in Osaka, Japan, and I am going to go much more into detail on my amazing experience in Osaka, Japan while I was over there in this documentary that I'm doing. But for now, I just want to focus on this incredible shirt that I got from one of the staple brands that raw denim enthusiasts know and love, which is Studio de Artisan. And essentially, I had the utmost pleasure to receive permission to film on the inside of the Studio de Artisan store in Osaka, Japan, which is insane because they are the original raw denim brand of the Japanese Osaka 5 and popularized the entire Japanese selvage denim movement. And to not only have come home with this piece but also be able to film literally there, I was truly humbled and appreciate everybody at Studio de Artisan so much. So definitely stay tuned for that documentary. But today I want to talk about the Studio de Artisan natural indigo raw denim shirt in their sawtooth cut, and this is a beautifully striking shirt that has this incredible vibrant blue. And a lot of you guys who have been on my channel before, you know that I try to maintain my persona as a natural indigo purist as much as possible, regardless of how difficult it is to find in raw denim. I love natural indigo because you really just don't get that color from synthetic indigo. Granted, it is much harder to fade and it's also much more expensive, but it is just some of the most beautiful of the indigo hues that you can get in any garment, whether it's jeans or whether it's a denim shirt. So there's absolutely no wonder why this shirt became my all-time favorite raw denim shirt that I've ever owned, not only because of the historical significance and also the personal significance to me, but also because of the way it's cut and because of the indigo dye from natural plant indigo or indigo fera. And it's also interesting because this is a pretty heavy shirt. So first things first, this is a 13-ounce indigo raw denim fabric that they decided to sew into a shirt. This thing is literally the weight of mid-weight jeans, which is quite impressive and quite substantial, but it also makes it pretty heavy. So for those guys who are pretty much a heavyweight enthusiast, which there are a lot of you guys out there who really want the heaviest weight garments that you could find, this one's a pretty good contender. And this is 13 ounces before the wash. It's only going to get a little heavier after the wash, but it still is going to add some bulk. This is, however, I believe a one-wash garment. Granted, in my experience, even with one-wash raw denim, it still does get a little bit heavier after the wash. But yeah, guys, going right into the details of the Studio de Artisan natural indigo raw denim shirt. Even looking at this thing, holding it, you can tell that it's quality. You could see that it's quality. I've been wearing this shirt religiously, not just in Japan because I had to wear it when I got it, but also back in New York. This has definitely been my most worn garment since I've come back. I wear this friggin' thing literally at the office. I wear it at home. I wear it to the coffee shop. I wear it going out. I wear it everywhere. I love this thing. I never get tired of it. And one of my favorite things about it is that they gave a traditional yellowish copper thread to contrast the indigo blue, which gives it that real Americana feel. I love a nice contrast stitching on denim. I usually don't like tonal stitching. I know there's a lot of guys that do, and that's fine. But for me, I love that classic kind of look. And I think that the tonal stitching complements the mother of pearl white seashell pearl snaps, which are visible at the pockets with the sawtooth cut. You've also got got them on the front fly, which is a beautiful sight to see when you're wearing it. And you've also got this super traditional and super fashionable 3-button Western style cuff with the seashell white pearl snaps that just complements this denim so well. So long story short, I've been wearing this shirt for about a month or so, and it's definitely softened up a lot. I don't think that there's a lot of fading. Granted, this is one of those garments where I'm not really chasing the fade as much because it is such a gorgeous garment from the start of its life, and the fading is kind of secondary to me. But you do see some of the honeycombs coming in just very slightly, as well as some wear on the seams and on the corners of this garment. There's also some puckering happening at the yoke seam, as well as on the front pockets, and even on the hem, you're getting quite a bit of puckering actually. Granted, like I said, in my experience, natural indigo is very difficult to fade, which can be good for some people and bad for some people who want the fades or whatever. And in which case, if that's the type of guy that you are, then you can definitely get, I believe they have the same shirt in a synthetic indigo cut if I'm not mistaken, but there's so many synthetic indigo raw denim shirts out there that will fade much quicker. Granted, I think this one is going to present the fades much more because of the heavier weight denim. You usually don't see this type of weight in denim shirts unless you're looking for a competition fade, unless you're really going out of your way to find it. You've also got the yellow stitching running up and down the front of the shirt where the pearl snaps are, and again, I love that look, especially when I'm wearing it tucked in, either into a pair of jeans or maybe a dress pant or something like that. Like I said, I love to wear this to the office. It just adds such an allure, just adds such an interest to the outfit with a little bit of that Western Americana style. Another one of my favorite things about this shirt and its masterfully done nature is the collar style. The collar style really takes a fun and stylistic approach to the way that they cut the collar. It's not really super straight. A lot of other brands cut their collars very straight, but what I love about Studio the Artisan's pattern making and attention to detail is that they actually cut the collar on an angle, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Coming from a tailoring background where I also do make shirts for a brand that I work for, this is meant to actually caress the shoulder and the neckline instead of kind of sit on top of it, so it kind of curls a little bit when it sits on the body when you're wearing it without a tie per se, as opposed to having it stand up. This gives a really nice and sharp, very clean presence, which I love about this shirt. You could tell that this shirt is all about the cleanliness, all about the elegance in American history and fashion, and it just really sells the look. I love the way that this shirt looks. I also love the style of the Western yoke on the front. Again, you are seeing a little bit of that puckering. I mean, all of these subtle details in the pattern making really come together to create a greater sum than all of its parts, and it's just an all-around great everyday shirt that you could wear with basically anything. Moving on to the back, you also have the traditional Western yoke on the back. Now, I've seen these yokes made in a couple of different styles. This one is a little bit more traditional with the 2 prongs in the back, and I think that's good because it gives you a little bit of that Western style, but it doesn't make it too showy. It doesn't try to do too much. It really gives more so a stylistic base for the extravagance of this natural indigo, super rare fabric to kind of stand out on, and it's an otherwise super clean and very well tailored back. Speaking of the fabric itself, it is an unsanforized, one-washed denim, so it has this real hairy, real rugged kind of nature to it. It's also got a pretty buttery soft feel. It's not super starchy, and it wasn't when I first got it either, and I really think that gives it a nice old world feel that provides a lot of texture and excitement to this raw denim fabric. It's got a nice contrast in the light. It has a little bit more of like a greenish cast to it as opposed to a lot of Redcast denim, and all in all, this shirt fits me very well. I wanted to go for a little bit more of like a classic fit, so I did size up 1, but I do recommend, if you guys are going to get this shirt, that you should size up at least 1 size as per the recommendation of the workers at Studio the Artisan, who are super helpful. I usually buy a 40. This one is a 42, and the reason is because not only is the denim still going to shrink a touch, but it also, because of its 13-ounce nature, it is pretty thick and it is pretty stiff, I would say, at first. So there's no real give, there's no real stretch, there's no real slack that you would have in otherwise lighter weight garments. So you definitely want to make sure that you size up at least 1 size if you want a real classic but still modern type of style when it comes to the fit. But yeah, guys, I love this shirt. I can't wait to see how it's going to age down. Granted, again, I'm not chasing the fades, but it's only going to get better and better with every wear. This is my favorite denim shirt that I've ever owned, and I am so thankful that I was able to make it to Osaka and I was able to actually film inside the Studio de Artisan store, as well as one other store, which I don't know, do I want to spoil it? I'll figure it out when I do the production of the video. But anyways, guys, yeah, definitely check out the Studio de Artisan natural indigo raw denim shirt if you want a really truly special piece. I mean, I literally will never need another raw denim shirt ever again. This is the one for me. No ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, there would have to be something truly incredibly extravagant to take me away from this one. I love this shirt, and I cannot speak highly enough about not just the shirt but also the brand, as well as the people working for the brand. Big shout out to Studio de Artisan. Thank you so much for showing love. I mean, there were so many people that I approached in Japan that said, you know, we aren't really comfortable with taking video, which I understand, but Studio de Artisan was all for it. They were so helpful, and I could not recommend the products from Studio de Artisan more. So anyways, guys, the link to this shirt will be in the description. I'm probably gonna have a couple links because they're sold out in some places, yet they're still in stock in other places. So check out a couple if you don't see your size. I don't know if they're ever gonna restock on this, which is why I had to pick this up. But yeah, guys, all in all, I wholeheartedly recommend it, and thank y'all so much for your love and support recently on the videos, and I cannot wait to drop this documentary. I'm editing it out now. It's a self-shot documentary. It might not be the best thing ever. It's not a Netflix special, but it is something that I poured literal blood, sweat, and tears into, and I hope that I make you guys, as the pioneers of this channel, as well as the people in Japan who participated, I just hope that I make y'all proud. Thank you so much. And with that being said, stay tuned, and I'll see you next week.